In this video, I just wanted to show you some different options once you are inside a Zoom call. So I'm going to switch to the fake call I have right now. You can see myself at the top. Just to kind of show you a little bit around. In some of the other videos, you might have noticed some things, but you can see on mine on the left-hand side as the host, I have the option to unmute myself or mute myself. I can start my video, and you can see I went up there, or I can stop my video. Under participants, I can see the names of participants, so I just have myself on my cell phone as the other participant. I have a chat, which is very nice for kind of a back channel, kind of students can ask questions, just allowing that, feedback, discussion, response, however you'd like to use it. That's a really nice feature to have. And you can send a chat specifically to a certain student or to the entire class. Sharing my screen. So if I click on this, you can see some of the settings. If I click on the little arrow, one participant at a time, multiple participants at a time, or there's some different options under that. But I could hit share screen, and you can see some of my different options. There's a whiteboard. I can choose some of the different tabs I have open. So let's say I'm going to share this one. And when I hit share, you can see it says I am currently screen sharing. I can annotate. I can pause the share. And there's a bunch of different options in here. So I'm just going to stop sharing. But that's a really nice feature to kind of turn that on and off, and allowing students to do that as well. We talked about the record feature, where I can click on record and then save it to my local computer or the cloud. I can invite people. I can mute all, which is really nice and comes in handy. I know that was a feature a lot of people were looking for originally with Google Meet, that not only in those initial settings you can mute everyone upon entry, but if someone would unmute themselves, if you had that allowed, you can then simply mute them all. And then lastly, under security, this is where you can lock the meeting, enable the waiting room, which and some of these we talked about in the other settings video, if you want that on. And then you can allow participants. So right now they wouldn't be able to share their screen. So I checked that. That would allow them to do that. I can turn off the chat, allowing students to rename themselves. I can remove a participant. So there's a bunch of different things, and when I click that, I can remove that other person if I wanted to. And then lastly, let me close that out. There is and it might be not show, it showed before because I'm only on with one other person. Oh, I wanted up here in the upper right-hand corner would say gallery view. That just would allow you to view that with, let's say there's 20 kids, you would have a bunch of tiny little boxes, and there's only so many that goes onto one page, then it would go onto another page and another page. And you can kind of view that as a gallery mode with those tiny little tiles. So that's kind of the general overview of what it is all entailed inside of a call. Obviously, we can go deeper into some of those features, but we wanted to provide you with a brief overview on how to do that.